There is a shift happening. Can you feel it? Something powerful. Something life-changing is already moving in your direction. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now, the moment you truly accept this, the miracle begins. But understand this. The miracle is not something you wait for. It is something you align with. You do not hope for it. You become it. See the life you desire. Feel the joy of it, the relief of it, the certainty of it, what you are experiencing right now in your imagination. It is not a fantasy. It is reality being shaped, and soon the world must catch up. There's no need to beg, to chase, or to struggle. Your only task is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, to walk with the confidence that what you desire is already making its way to you. Doubt is the only thing that delays. Fear is the only thing that blocks. But faith is the force that clears the path. Faith does not ask if faith knows when, and when is always now. Everything is being rearranged for your good, the people, the circumstances, even the so-called obstacles, they're all shifting in your favor. Do not worry about how. That is not your job. Your job is know, to believe, and to receive. So I tell you, get ready. A life-changing miracle is not coming. It is already here. Step into it, claim it, and watch the world bow to your inner conviction. Everything that you have ever desired, everything you've ever longed for, already exists in the unseen realm. It is not separate from you, nor is it something you must chase or struggle to obtain. It is simply waiting for you to recognize its presence, to accept it as real within yourself. The key to unlocking this hidden reality is your imagination. Your imagination is not a mere tool for daydreaming or idle fantasy. It is the very gateway through which miracles enter your life. Think about it. Your imagination is the gateway to miracles. Everything that has ever been created, every invention, every masterpiece, every great achievement first existed in someone's mind, before it took form in the physical world. A building is first designed in the architect's mind. A song is first heard in the composer's heart. A destiny is first envisioned before it is lived. And so it is with your miracle. It is not something waiting to be handed to you by fate or luck. It is something that must be claimed through your inner world. When you close your eyes and see yourself already possessing what you desire, you are engaging in the same process that brings all things into existence. The moment you allow yourself to fully experience the joy, the relief, the certainty of having what you want, at that very moment the unseen world begins to take shape around your assumption. You may not yet see it with your physical eyes, but that does not mean it is not real. Just as a seed planted in the ground must grow beneath the soil before breaking through the surface, so too must your miracle unfold in the invisible before it becomes visible. Doubt is the only thing that separates you from this manifestation. When you entertain thoughts of lack, when you question whether you are worthy, when you allow fear to creep in, you are shutting the door to the very thing you are asking for. Your imagination must not be a place of hesitation and uncertainty. It must be the place where you dwell, as if the miracle has already occurred. Do not wait for circumstances to confirm your belief. The outer world is simply a reflection of your inner state. And if you continue to see yourself as lacking, as waiting, as hoping, then the world will continue to reflect that waiting back to you. But if you dare to walk in the feeling of already having received, if you dare to assume the truth of your desire with absolute certainty, then the world will be forced to reshape itself to match your inner vision. This is why so many people remain stuck in the proof. It does not ask for signs. It becomes the sign. The awakened mind understands that imagination is more powerful than any external force because it is the origin of all reality. Now you may ask if it is this simple. Why do so many fail to manifest their desires? The answer is persistence. The moment you plant a seed, you do not dig it up every day to check if it is growing. You water it, you trust the process, and you remain patient. But many people plant a vision in their imagination only to uproot it with doubt, with fear, with frustration. They let outside conditions shake their belief, instead of standing firm in the knowing that what they have imagined must come. Live as though it has already happened to pass. Your only task is to remain faithful to the vision. Live in your imagination as though it were already done. Speak as if it has already happened. Feel as if it is already yours. And when the world begins to shift, when the impossible becomes possible, when doors open where there were none, before you will realize that the miracle was never outside of you. It was always within, waiting for you to claim it. The world you experience is a reflection of the state of being you occupy. If you are waiting for evidence before believing in your miracle, you are delaying its arrival. You must understand that reality conforms to your assumptions, not the other way around. The secret to receiving what you desire is not to hope, not to wish, but to know, to walk, speak, think, and feel as though it is already done. You must carry yourself differently if you are already in possession of your desire. How would you think? How would you move? How would you speak? How would you feel waking up in the morning? These are not questions to entertain lightly. They are the blueprint for transformation. When you embody the version of yourself that already has what you seek, the world has no choice but to mirror that assumption back to you. Most people believe they must first receive before they can feel gratitude, before they can feel joy, before they can feel relief. But it is the other way around. You must first feel as though it has happened, and then it will come. This is not about pretending or tricking yourself. It is about recognizing that what you assume to be true within yourself must become true in your outer world. Think about the moments in your life when you were absolutely certain about something. Perhaps there was a time when you just knew something was going to work out, and it did. That feeling of certainty was not based on external proof. It was an inner conviction that shaped reality itself. This is the same certainty you must bring to your miracle. You do not need to know how it will unfold. That is not your concern. Your only responsibility is to remain steadfast in the assumption that it is already done. Imagine an actor preparing for a role. They do not simply recite lines. They become the character. They adopt the posture, the mindset, the emotions. They live as though they are that person. And in doing so, they create a reality so compelling that others believe it too. You must do the same with your desired state. If you are seeking love, you must move through life as someone who is already deeply loved and cherished. If you desire financial abundance, you must carry yourself with the ease and confidence of someone who is already wealthy. If you are seeking healing, you must live in the wholeness of already being well. Every thought, every emotion, every action must align with this reality. This does not mean ignoring circumstances or pretending the challenges do not exist. It means refusing to give them power. It means knowing that what is seen, the universe responds to your inner world, is only temporary, but what is assumed is eternal. You do not react to the old. You persist in the new. The moment you choose to embody the feeling of already having your desire, you become the proof you. It is responding to you. Most people live under the illusion that life is random, that events unfold outside of their control. They react to circumstances instead of realizing that their circumstances are only a projection of their deepest assumptions. If you believe the world is harsh and unforgiving, you will meet resistance at every turn. If you assume that love is scarce and difficult to find, you will encounter relationships that reflect that belief. If you expect financial struggle, you will always find yourself in situations where money seems just out of reach. The outer world has no choice but to confirm what you assume to be true. The question is, what are you assuming? What story are you telling yourself day after day, whether consciously or unconsciously? Pay attention to your inner conversation. The thoughts you entertain, the words you silently repeat, the emotions you dwell in, the seeds are the seeds you are planting in the fertile ground of the universe. And whatever you plant, whether good or bad, must grow. If you want to change your life, you must first change your inner world. This does not mean forcing positivity or suppressing emotions. It means becoming deeply aware of the thoughts and beliefs that run through your mind and choosing new ones that align with the reality you want to experience. It means replacing doubt with faith, replacing fear with confidence, replacing lack with abundance. Imagine for a moment that you are already living the life you desire. How would you think? What would your inner dialogue sound like? Would you be worried about failure, or would you walk in the certainty of success? Would you dwell in loneliness, or would you feel the warmth of love surrounding you? Would you entertain thoughts of struggle, or would you move with the ease of someone who knows that everything is detached from doubt, attached to faith, always working out in their favor? You must train your mind to live in the reality you wish to see. This is not a passive process, it requires discipline. You must become vigilant in rejecting any thought that contradicts your desired state. If you wish to experience wealth, you cannot allow thoughts of poverty to take root. If you wish to attract love, you cannot hold on to assumptions of rejection and abandonment. If you seek peace, you cannot indulge in chaos. This is the greatest secret. The world does not change first. You do. And when you do, the world has no choice but to follow. People will begin to treat you differently. Not because they have changed, but because your assumption of yourself has shifted. Opportunities will appear where none seemed to exist before. Doors that once remained closed will open effortlessly. Obstacles will dissolve, but these things do not happen by chance. They happen because you have aligned your inner world with the reality you wish to see. Nothing is impossible to the one who masters their inner conversation. The moment you shift your internal dialogue, the universe begins to move on your behalf. There is no need to force, to beg, to struggle. Simply assume the state of already having what you desire and hold to it unwaveringly. Let your mind dwell in that reality so completely that the outer world must rearrange itself to match. What you assume to be true will be reflected in your reality. There are no exceptions. You do not need to seek change outside of yourself. The transformation happens within. Change the story, and the universe will confirm it. Change the assumption, and the world will bow to your conviction. Doubt is the barrier that stands between you and the life you desire. It is the silent force that delays your miracles, weakens your resolve, and keeps you trapped in a cycle of waiting and wanting. Every time you entertain doubt, You send a signal to the universe that you do not truly believe your desire is yours. And because the universe
Desire. The moment you detach from doubt and fully attach to faith, the universe begins working in ways that seem miraculous to those who do not understand this principle. Most people struggle because they try to force outcomes. They obsess over how things will unfold. They analyze every possible scenario, worry about the timing, and constantly check for signs of progress. This need for control is rooted in fear. It suggests that they do not truly believe that their desire is on its way. So they feel the need to intervene to manipulate circumstances, to push things forward through force rather than trust. But miracles do not come through control. They come through surrender. Letting go does not mean giving up. It does not mean you no longer care. It means you release. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the door. The anxiety, the fear, the constant checking, and step into the absolute certainty that your desire is already done. You do not need to chase what is already yours. You do not need to beg for what has already been granted. You do not need to seek signs when you are the proof. Imagine you have placed an order at a restaurant. Once you have told the waiter what you want, do you worry about whether the kitchen will prepare it? Do you keep asking the waiter if the chef has started cooking? Do you doubt that the food is coming? No, you sit back, relax, and expect your meal to arrive because you know the process is in motion. This is how faith works. You place your order through your imagination, through your belief, through your assumption, and then you trust. You let go of the need to control every detail because you know it is already being prepared for you. Detaching from doubt is not something you do once and forget. It is a practice. The mind will try to pull you back into fear, into worry, into questioning. You must discipline yourself to return to faith again and again. Whenever doubt arises, remind yourself it is already mine. The universe is already arranging everything in my favor. I do not need to figure it out. I only need to trust. Some people struggle with faith because they think they need to see proof before they can believe. But the truth is, faith creates the proof. The moment you step into unwavering belief, the universe begins aligning people's circumstances and opportunities to bring your desire to you. You may not see it happening yet, but that does not mean it is not in motion. The roots of a tree grow beneath the soil before you ever see the first sprout. Your miracle is the same. It is growing even if it is not yet visible. If you want a life-changing miracle, stop trying to force it. Stop worrying about when or how it will happen. Let go of control and step into trust. Speak as though it is already done. Feel the relief of knowing it is yours. Move through your day with a quiet confidence of someone who already has what they desire. Because the moment you detach from doubt and fully attach to faith, the universe has no choice but to bring your miracle into being. What you see with your physical eyes is not the full picture. The world around you is simply a reflection of past assumptions, past beliefs, past states of mind. If you allow what currently exists to dictate what is possible for you, you will remain trapped in the cycle of repeating the same reality over and over again. But the truth is this: your current circumstances do not matter. They are not final. They are not permanent. They are not evidence of what is to come, unless you allow them to be. Most people live as though they are at the mercy of their external world. They see lack and assume they are destined to struggle. They experience rejection and assume they are unworthy of love. They encounter obstacles and assume their dreams are impossible, but this is the greatest mistake one can. Why persistence is the secret to manifestation make. The unseen is always working in your favor, shaping and rearranging circumstances to match the state of your inner world. If you persist in faith, if you refuse to waver, the world must shift to accommodate your assumption. Think of a tree in winter. Its branches are bare, the air is cold, and the earth appears lifeless. If someone judged the tree by what they could see in that moment, they might assume it was dead. But the unseen forces of nature are still at work. Beneath the surface, life is stirring, energy is building, and soon the season will
When you wake
change.
up each day and say,
The tree does not
"Thank you
resist
for
the
my
process.
abundance,
It does
thank you
not
for
doubt
my
its own
health,
renewal.
thank you
It
for my
simply is
answered
knowing that
prayers,"
spring will come.
You are setting a
This is
tone
how
for
you
what
must
must
approach your
come.
desires. Even if
Some may
everything
argue,
around you
but how
seems
can I be grateful
unchanged,
for something I
even
do
if the
not
world
yet
appears to
have?
deny you what you seek,
The
you
answer is
must remain
simple.
firm in your
If you
belief.
truly believed your
Do not be
desire was already
deceived by
fulfilled,
appearances.
you would
The
naturally
unseen
feel
forces of the
gratitude.
universe begin
If
to
someone
shift.
handed you
You
exactly
may not
what you
see it
wanted in this
yet,
very
but that does
moment,
not mean it
would
is
you
not
not
happening.
immediately say thank you?
Just as the tree does not
Then why
question
not
whether
say
the
it
leaves will
now?
return,
The
you
act of
must not
gratitude
question whether your
itself
desire will
affirms that it is
manifest.
already done.
It must if you persist.
This is why
Most
those who
people
final
fail,
thoughts,
not because their
your
desires are
miracle is already
impossible,
here.
but because they give up
Master
too soon.
gratitude seem
They
to
see
live
no
in a
immediate
constant
change and
state of
assume nothing is
receiving.
happening. They let
They have
doubt creep
discovered the
in.
secret.
They waver between
They
belief
do
and
not wait for the
disbelief, and in
world to
doing
give them
so, they
reasons to be
disrupt the very
grateful.
process that was working in
They
their favor.
create those
But those
reasons
who
by choosing
persist, those who
gratitude
hold on to their
first.
vision no matter what, always
They know
receive
that
what they
every time
desire.
they say thank you,
Imagine
they
an
are inviting
architect
more of
drawing the
what they
blueprint
desire
for a
into their
grand building.
life.
The moment the
You
design is
must begin to give
finalized,
thanks
the
now,
workers begin their
not
task.
later.
The foundation is
Do not
laid,
wait for your
the structure
circumstances
begins
to
to rise,
change.
and piece by piece the vision
Change your
becomes
state
reality.
first.
But what if the
The moment you
architect,
embody the
after
feeling
only
of
a few
already
days,
having your
declared,
miracle,
"I don't see the building
you
yet,
set the
so it
wheels in
must not be
motion,
happening," and
and
abandoned the
soon what you
project?
once affirmed
The
in
building would
faith
remain
will become
unfinished, not
undeniable
because it
in
was
reality.
impossible to construct, but
Everything
because
you
the work was
seek is
stopped
already
before
within
it could
you,
be completed.
waiting
This
to
is
be
what happens
expressed in
when
your
you let
world.
circumstances shake
The
your
miracle
belief.
you
The
desire is
moment
not
you
a distant
persist in the
possibility.
assumption that what you
It is a
desire is
certainty
already
the moment
yours,
you align
the
your mind,
foundation is laid.
emotions, and
The universe
actions with its
sets things into
reality.
motion. But
Your
if you look around and
imagination is the
declare, "I
gateway.
don't see it yet, so it
Your
must not be
assumptions
happening,"
shape the
you halt
outcome,
the process.
and your
The
unwavering
unseen
faith
forces that were
holds the
working
door
in your
open for
favor now have no
manifestation.
direction to follow.
When you
You must
detach
train
from
yourself to
doubt
see
and step
beyond
into
appearances.
gratitude, you accelerate the
Feel the reality
process,
of your
allowing the
fulfilled desire
unseen
even when the
forces of
world
the
tells you
universe to
otherwise.
bring forth what
Walk as
has
though it is
always
already
been
done.
yours.
Speak
Now
as
is the
though you have
time to
already
walk
received
as
it.
though your miracle
Move
has
with the
already
confidence of one who
arrived.
knows,
Speak as
rather
if you
than
have
one who merely
received it.
hopes.
Feel the joy, the
Circumstances
relief,
do
the
not define you.
excitement as though it
You
is
define
already
them.
done.
They are temporary,
Because the truth
malleable
is, it
subject to
is
change at
done.
any
The
moment.
moment you
And
believe, the
they,
moment you
how
persist,
to align your
the
thoughts for
moment
instant
you give
results will
thanks in
change the moment you
advance, your
refuse to be
reality
swayed by
must
what you see,
conform.
and instead hold
Trust in the
unwaveringly to what you know
process.
to be true.
Do not let the appearance
Gratitude
of
is not just a
delay
polite
shake your
expression.
confidence,
It
for
is a
the
powerful
unseen
force
is
that
always
aligns
at
you with the
work.
reality you wish to
Miracles
experience.
are not
Most
random.
people wait
They
until
are
they
the
receive
natural
something
result
before
of
they
your inner
express gratitude,
alignment.
believing it
And
is a
as you
reaction
step
to a gift
forward in
already
faith,
given.
expect
But
with
true
certainty
gratitude
that
is
what you have
proactive.
called
It is an
forth is on
affirmation,
its way to
a
you.
statement to the universe
Now
that you
thank you for
already have
embracing
what you
this
desire,
truth.
and in doing
Thank
so,
you for
you
choosing
accelerate its
faith over
arrival.
fear,
When you begin to give thanks
gratitude
for something before you see
over
it,
doubt,
you
and
are demonstrating
persistence over
complete trust in the
hesitation.
unseen.
Your
You are
miracle is
declaring that you
here.
believe so fully in your
Receive it.
miracle that you do not
When
need
you wake
proof
up
to
each
feel
day and
joy.
say,
This is the
thank you
essence
for
of
my
faith,
abundance, thank you for
acting
my
as though what you
health,
desire is
thank you
already
for my
yours.
answered prayers,
Gratitude is the bridge
you are
between
setting a
desire and
tone for what must
manifestation.
come.
It shifts your focus
Some may
from what is
argue, but
missing
how can
to
I
what
be
is already
grateful for
present,
something I do
and
not
in
yet
doing so, it
have?
calls more abundance into your
The
life.
answer is simple. If you truly
Imagine two
believed your
people asking
desire
for the
was
same
already
blessing.
fulfilled, you would
One
naturally
is
feel
worried,
gratitude.
constantly checking for
If
signs,
someone handed you
questioning if it will
exactly what you
happen,
wanted in this
doubting
very
whether they are
moment,
worthy.
would you not
The other,
immediately
however,
say
moves
thank
through their
you?
days with joy,
Then
already
why not
feeling
say
the
it now?
reality of their answered
The
prayer.
act of gratitude
They say
itself
thank you
affirms that it
before
is
there is
already
anything to
done.
see. They
This
smile,
is why those
they
who final
celebrate,
thoughts,
they
your
trust.
miracle is already
The
here.
universe responds to both,
Master
but
gratitude
only
seem to
one is
live
in
in
the
a
proper
constant
state to
state of
receive.
receiving.
The one who is
They have
anxious
discovered the
and
secret.
doubtful pushes their
They do not
desire
wait for
further
the
away,
world to give them
while the
reasons
one
to
who
be
is grateful
grateful.
draws it closer with
They
ease.
create those
This is
reasons
because
by choosing
gratitude is a
gratitude
signal. It
first.
tells the universe that you are
They
already in
know that every
possession of what
time
you
they say
seek,
thank
and
you,
because the
they are
outer world
inviting
must
more of
conform
what
to
they
the inner one,
desire into
it
their
begins to
life.
rearrange itself to match your
You must
assumption.
begin to give thanks now,
When you consistently
not
feel
later.
thankful, you are
Do not wait
aligning
for
with
your
abundance,
circumstances to
not lack.
change.
You are focusing on
Change your state
fulfillment,
first.
not emptiness.
The moment you
And
embody the
whatever you
feeling of
focus on
already having your
expands.
miracle,
Think about the
You set
times
the
in your
wheels in
life when
motion,
things seem to work
and soon what
effortlessly.
you once affirmed in
Perhaps an
faith will
unexpected
become
blessing came just
undeniable
when you
in
needed it.
reality.
Perhaps an
Everything you
opportunity
seek is
appeared
already
that you
within
could not
you,
have planned.